Hi, welcome to another video. So today I have got something really exciting to show you. We are going to dive into the latest updates for the Gemini CLI, which have been coming out at an incredible pace. When Google first launched this open source tool, it was a game changer. But now, with a ton of new features and improvements, it's becoming a true rival to other top tier coding agents out there. What I love is that a lot of these changes are driven by the open source community, with new contributors adding features and fixing bugs every single week. This is exactly what you want to see with the projects like this. So let's talk about what's new. We will start with some of the bigger, more advanced upgrades, and then we will touch on some of the smaller ones. So one of the most talked about new feature is the introduction of a new development workflow that uses two different modes, a plan mode and an implementation mode. It's all about making your work more structured and transparent. In plan mode, you can give Gemini a high level task like add a new user authentication feature, and it will analyze your entire code base to generate a step-by-step roadmap. It won't write any code yet, which is a key safety feature. It just gives you a clear, detailed plan in Markdown format. Then once you have reviewed and approved that plan, you can switch to implementation mode, and Gemini will execute that plan step by step, updating the plan file and pausing for your approval if anything needs a change. This is a huge shift, turning Gemini from a simple code generator into a true collaborator. These new modes are powered by custom slash command. This is another major update. You can now define your own reusable templates and instructions for Gemini using TOML files. These files live in a special command directory either at a project level or in your home directory. So you can have commands that are specific to a single project or ones that you can use anywhere. This makes it so easy to standardize and automate your most common tasks. You can set up a command to handle arguments and even execute shell commands, giving you a ton of flexibility. For example, you could create a slash command called fixbug that tells Gemini to find a bug, create a plan, and then implement the fix, all in a repeatable workflow. It's all about making your life easier and your workflow more efficient. Another massive upgrade is the deep integration with popular code editors like VS Code and Cursor. This is a big deal. Instead of having to switch back and forth between your terminal and your editor, you can now run Gemini CLI directly in your editor's integrated terminal. The new /IDE install command makes this setup a breeze. Once you are connected, Gemini becomes context aware, meaning it can see the files you have opened and code you have selected. This allows it to provide much more targeted and helpful suggestions. But the best part by far is the new native in-editor diffing. When Gemini proposes changes to your code, you don't just see a block of text in the terminal. You get a full screen side-by-side diff view right inside VS Code. You can review every line of the proposed changes, and you can even edit the code directly in that diff view before you accept or reject it. This gives you complete control over what gets changed and makes the entire process a lot more seamless and intuitive. It's a huge step toward making Gemini feel like a natural part of your development environment. Now let's look at another game changer, the integration with GitHub Actions. Gemini CLI can now be used as an AI teammate directly inside your CI/CD workflows. You can install it right into your GitHub repository and have it perform a whole range of tasks. For instance, it can automatically analyze, label, and prioritize new GitHub issues as they come in. It can also provide AI-powered reviews for your pull requests, giving instant feedback on code quality or potential bugs. You can even delegate tasks to it on demand just by mentioning @ with its name in an issue or pull request. The workflow are fully customizable and open source, so you can build your own to handle whatever you need. For security, it even supports workload identity federation, which help you eliminate the need for long-lived API keys, which is a big plus. It's truly like having an extra team member who never sleeps. On top of these major features, there have been a ton of smaller but very welcoming improvements. The developer have added better support for different frameworks like Next 16 or React 19. You also have improved privacy settings that you can manage with the simple slash command. The CLI has better error handling for quota and AP issues, and it's much faster to start up since it now runs model availability checks in the background. For those who love a clean terminal, there is a better markdown table rendering and the ability to add your own custom themes. If you are a Mac OS user, you now have a /copy command to quickly send the last output of your clipboard, and you can install it easily with Homebrew. They have also added numbers to selection list, which makes it easier to navigate through options. And for those of us who live in the terminal, there is a new reverse search feature with a simple keyboard shortcut and lets you easily find previous commands. These are all little things that adds up to a much more polished and enjoyable experience. Before we dive into a live demo, I want to quickly tell you about the free usage you get with the Gemini CLI. You get access to the powerful Gemini 2.5 Pro model, which has a massive 1 million token context window. This is a perfect for analyzing large code bases and complex issues. And for free, you get a limit of 60 requests per minute and a generous 1000 requests per day. These are fantastic limits that let you do a ton of work without even needing to pay for it. The only thing you need is a Google account. Now let's get our hand dirty and show you how some of this work. The first thing you will want to do is make sure you have the latest version installed. You can do this with a simple npm command, which you will find on the official GitHub page. Once that's done, you can launch the CLI right from the integrated terminal in your editor. For me, that's VS Code. The first time you do this, Gemini will recognize that you are in an editor and will ask if you want to install its companion extension. This is what enables all the deep integration features we talked about. Just hit yes and let it do its thing. After it installed, Gemini will now have awareness of your workspaces, including the files you have opened and any text you have selected. This is so powerful because it allows you to get help on a very specific piece of your project without having to manually copy and paste code. Let's try it out. I have a readme file here that I want to improve. I will just ask Gemini to make it better. The moment I hit enter, you can see it gets to work. It analyzes the file, figure out what could be improved, and then after a brief movement, it shows me a full screen diff view. On the left side, I see the original code, and on the right side, I see all of its proposed changes. I can easily review the changes line by line, and if I don't like something, I can just click on the right pane and edit the code directly. Once I am happy, I can approve the changes and they are instantly applied to my file. This is so much better than just having to deal with text in the terminal. Now let's look at creating a custom command. You can do this by navigating to the .gemini folder in your project and then to the command directory. Inside here, you can create a new toml file. The file name will be the name of your command. For example, let's create a file called refactor.toml. In this file, you can write a detailed prompt that tells Gemini exactly what to do. Maybe you want to create a command that takes a file as an argument and refactor the code to be more concise and readable. The toml file lets you set up all the instructions for that, so you can run the command over and over again on different files with the simple / command. It's a huge time saver. Finally, I want to show you how easy the GitHub Actions integration is. There is a new / command called /setup GitHub that help you get started. It guides you through the process of setting up a workflow files in your repository. This file defines what you want Gemini to do, like automatically labeling new issues or reviewing pull requests. Once it's set up, you can see Gemini in action, working in the background to handle those repetitive tasks for you. This is perfect for open source projects or for teams that want to streamline their workflows. It's a no-cost AI-powered teammate that you can put to work today. Overall, it's clear that Gemini CLI has matured into a seriously impressive tool. The new features, especially the plan and implementation modes, the deep IDE integration, and the GitHub Actions support, make it a powerful alternative to other paid coding agents. It's fast, free, and being actively developed by a passionate community. I'm really impressed with how far it has come in such a short time. I definitely recommend you check it out for yourself. What do you think is the most exciting new feature? Let me know in comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching.